In this lesson, we're just making a poster to kind of describe the types of lines that we have available to us as we use lines as an element of art. The poster in itself is pretty self-explanatory as you look at it. One, we want a headline up here, so I think I used just the width of this ruler so I could make an area across the top of the paper here where we can just block print in the word line. And then these are the different types of lines that have been established. One, vertical lines, and so those lines are ones that are going to go straight up and down, and so the ruler was just placed here and those lines are made going across there. So the name of it and then samples of that type of line. This one horizontal as it comes across here, then the lines are put in with the ruler making horizontal lines on those. I guess it's important to say these areas are broken up in half and then into thirds, and notice that they're not, they don't have to be perfect in their design on that sort of a thing. Just make sure that you have 6 spaces that you're going to use. The next line that we have is a dotted or dashed line where you can just, I chose to do curved lines and just put curved lines in and making little dashes as you go across, and then put another one in so it follows along the same sort of pattern. Now it's a dashed or dotted line, it's also a curved line. Next door to it we have the regular curved line where I've just started here and put these curved lines going in right next to each other so that they're following the same curve. Came back and put a few of these little guys in as well. And so that would be an example of the curved line. Now the lost and found line on that one is a line that is similar to the dotted or dashed line. These dashes are the same size, more or less. Now a lost and found line, sometimes you have a little bit of a mark, and then there's a space, and then another type of a mark, then a space, and then maybe a longer mark, maybe a littler space in between, a smaller space, maybe some dots. And so the line is first it's there, and then it kind of disappears, then it comes back, and then it disappears, then it comes back, and it disappears. And so it has some ability to give you some information where there's an implied line between some of the marks. This one is a little bit easier to follow with the dashed or dotted line, because it's something we're familiar with. The segments are exactly the same, so it's very easy to read. Sometimes the lost and found lines kind of disappear and they require a little bit more concentration or something to try and see them. This one, diagonal lines, I just picked a little bit of an angle and started in one corner and came down across, using the ruler, drawing some diagonal lines. I also made some of them lost and found lines on that one, just so it wasn't solid coming across, just like these ones up here were lost and found lines as well. That's kind of it for the making of the poster, the little mini poster that explains about the types of lines that we have available for use in the elements of art.